Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kansas City for day 2 of baseball action here at the Urban Youth Academy between the Texas Rangers in their light blue, sky blue that is, jerseys with the red outline on those beautiful Rangers logos against your Kansas City Royals in the Navy City Connect uniforms. Starting on the mound for the Royals, Logan Latier looking to have a day and really just combat after really just put in a fighting effort after the 5-3 loss that the Royals took just a day ago. Delayed start, all due to Mother Nature, as there was a storm that really just came through the city and delayed the game by an hour, but we are set for the first pitch here in Kansas City. Latier, the pitch fouled off on the first batter of the game. That's Marlon Harris, the leadoff batter. Infield shift from the Royals. They're getting a little deeper. Now the 1-0 pitch from Latier. Low for ball one. 1-1 count. On leadoff man for the Rangers. There's the 1-1 from Latier to Harris. Outside on that line of the zone, it's called strike 2, so Harris falls behind. One-two pitch on the leadoff batter. He got him for the strikeout. Looking, Logan Latier notches his first strikeout, and we get our first replay.
Now batting number 16, Arthur Derensburg.
Just a solid pitch from Logan Latier. He fell behind on the first pitch and he got the foul ball on the first pitch and then never backed down after that ball one came in. We'll start this count on a ball as he faces Arthur Derensburg for the Rangers. Here's the 1-0. Inside low and gets past the catcher. Gonna be grounded. Great play from Britton Motley. Gets it over to first, but oh, it's over the first baseman. Tried to reach for it. It was a good trap for Motley, but the throw not there in time. So a single for Arthur Derensburg in his first debut of the game. And the ump's going to call time here. High first pitch from Latier. Gonna run, Derensburg is. The throw from the catcher, it's in time, but the trap from the shortstop there, or second baseman rather, was not in time for the out, Cameron Washington. So Derensburg standing on second after stealing. And it's going to be smacked into left field on the next pitch. Running back for it is the left fielder. Derensburg going to turn three. It's on the protection wall there. And then losing the ball is the first baseman, Theo Fisher. Sorry, Aiden Johnson, the first baseman. Theo Fisher in the shortstop position for the Royals. Dominic Harper is going to come up to the plate now. So an RBI triple for the Rangers here early in this game. Only one out and a ball in the count on Dominic Harper. The pitch from Letier, swing and a miss from Harper. Landon Leslie at the catcher spot. Low ball. So a 2-1 count with one away here. A man on third for the Rangers. And they have a run in this ball game. Here's the 2-1. It's outside for ball 3 now. Man on the corner situation looming here for the Rangers. If Letier can't come back in the count. And he won't. It'll be a ball 4 off the high pitch from Logan Letier.
Now batting shortstop number 3, Paja Holt.
Paja Holt at the plate now for the Rangers. Gonna be a bunt here. The catcher able to get it. Running him down. He throws. Oh, he's caught up in the pickle, and there was no throw. He's tagged out. But both runners for the Rangers will advance. So 2 away here. Good play from the Royals. Didn't allow the run. Both runners for the Rangers will advance, though. So both teams having some positives out of that situation and negatives. Negative for the Royals here is that it puts 2 runners in scoring position, but the positive for them is that they have 2 outs, and it's the exact opposite for the Rangers. Positive is that they have 2 men in scoring position, and their negative is that they finally face 2 outs after notching that first run, and it's going to be smacked in a shallow center. Catch is made for the final out by the center fielder, Eric Billington. So that'll retire the side and take us to the bottom of the first, where the Rangers take an early 1-zip lead. You're watching baseball action here between the Royals and the Rangers, brought to you by Action Unlimited. back here in Kansas City, and the Rangers took the lead in the top half of the first frame. Leading off for the Royals, Britton Motley. So after a hit to begin the game for Marlon Harris, after a hit on the second man of the game, Marlon Harris, the Rangers really just took advantage and smacked in a run, had 2 men in scoring position before the Royals got the final out to prevent more than the one. And Britton Motley now falls behind 2 strikes in the count. No balls to show for it. And so now the man on the mound is looking to get his first strikeout. Marcus Bond. It's called for the strikeout, but they fell out of the catcher's hand. The throw still in time from the catcher, Arthur Derensburg. Bit of a mental mistake there as the ump was late on the strike call, so it threw everybody off.
Now batting right fielder number 20, J.P. Weber.
Marcus Bond gets the strikeout, and the throwdown from Arthur Derensburg can hit the highlight reel. Now the man who looks like put a ball past the fence today after the Rangers got it done in the game yesterday. It's J.P. Weber. Grounded over to first. Step on the bag for the second out. So 2 down quickly for the Rangers defense. And they look to put the Royals 3 up, 3 down.
Aiden Johnson.
In this bottom of the first frame. Aiden Johnson, the first baseman for the Royals, at the plate now. Down the pipe for strike 1 on the fastball. Caleb Bond looking to apply more pressure to this Royals batting squad. And it's going to be popped into shallow center. Not able to make the grab is the center fielder, McClure Lloyd.
Now batting pitcher number 21, Logan Latier.
Jaden McClure Lloyd just not able to trap that ball into the glove, and it's going to be great base running from Aiden Johnson to get to second. Now the man on the mound, Logan Latier for the Royals. Pitched that first inning, swing and a miss. There, 2 away for the Royals. A man on second. In a 0-1 count here on Logan Latier. Fouled off. Falling down to 2 strikes in the count now. No balls, 2 strikes. Or sorry, 1 ball, 2 strikes in the count. 2 away. Pitch from Bond. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So the Rangers do not allow a run in that first inning, but they will score the 1 and end it with the lead. Here, watch. Show a replay here. So, as the Royals run out back onto the field, gonna have to toughen up on the defense there, as they escaped a pretty scary situation with a man on second and third after the bunt turned into a pickle to get the out at home. And so we will take a break here. Or sorry, we'll watch the replay of that strikeout to end the inning. All right, we're gonna go to break here in Kansas City. You're watching baseball action here at the Urban Youth Academy, brought to you by Action Unlimited. Back on here in Kansas City. Logan Latier pitching in strike one.
Now batting number 28, Jeremiah Smith.
Here we go, Jeremiah. Here we go.
So the 0-1 count here on Jeremiah Smith. Had a conversation with him, Rocky Turner, and Jaden LaCour Lloyd. As the throw is over to first and in for the first out. So it's going to be a ground out for Jeremiah Smith leading off the second inning, but I was having a conversation with them, and all three of them could have gone to high school together after playing ball growing up, and then they ended up moving away and going their separate ways until they found themselves on this Texas Rangers Academy team. Swing and a miss on the next man up for the Rangers, though. Outside slider called ball. Next pitch from Latier, 1-1. With one away. Got him there for the strike. 1-2 now. As Coleman looked to swing, but then hesitated. Ended up being down the pipe for strike 2. And the next pitch, ball 2 from Logan Latier. Curls in for strike 3 along that inside edge. Catch that replay here.
Now batting second baseman number 35, Jaden LaCour Lloyd.
Just a nice pitch from Latier. Hangs in there for strike 3. LaCour Lloyd gonna ground it. Stumbles on the run. He's got speed, but he's still thrown down. Great play from Britton Motley to get it over to the first baseman, Aiden Johnson, for the final out. And it's going to take us to the bottom of the second here at the Urban Youth Academy. You're watching
Now batting shortstop number 18, Theo Fisher.
Back here in Kansas City, and Theo Fisher at the plate for the Royals. Played alongside his brother yesterday, who was in the outfield. Fisher in the same position, shortstop, as he was yesterday. Take a lone inside ball from Marcus Bond on the first pitch. Next pitch, he looks in a strike, so the count's even now. Next pitch from Bond. On that inside edge for strike two now on Theo Fisher. After starting this AB with the ball, falls behind 1-2. Sinker not gonna go for strike three. It's low and outside. Count even again. The next pitch at the knees of Fisher, and he had to back away from it. So now it's a full count in the blink of an eye. Here's the full count pitch. Fisher surely gonna swing. He does. It's in for strike three.
Now batting number 13, Eric Billington.
So you just see the extension from Bond to get that breaking ball in and make Fisher make a decision. He swung for the fences and got the air. Ooh, hit by the first pitch. There's Eric Billington there. He's going to take his base at first. We'll bring up Cameron Washington now for the Royals.
Now batting second baseman number 7, Cameron Washington.
First pitch from Bond inside. Ball one. Next pitch sails into the zone for strike one. One ball, one strike, and one out. The Royals are dealing with here with the man on first. He's going to slide back. He's safe at first. Here's the 1-1. He's going to run. It's popped up. Right fielder making the diving catch. What a play. Right fielder for the Rangers, tapping Jeremiah Smith.
Now batting left fielder number 14, Chris Padilla.
Chris Padilla at the plate now. Strike one called on Chris Padilla. Played in the RBI Regionals tournament about 3 weeks ago. Running back to first and diving was the man Eric Billington. Safe once again. It's the second pickoff in 3 pitches. Padilla gonna smack it into left center, 2 away. Billington surely ran, but it was caught by the center fielder, Rocky Turner, for the Rangers. It's going to turn us over to the third, where the Rangers hold their 1-0 lead. ended the last inning to start the next one. Rocky Turner on the bunt situation there. And he gets to first safely.
Now batting number 1, Marlon Harris.
Marlon Harris, as the Rangers go back around the order, start this top of the third inning. It's going to be smacked in the right, caught. Turner going to have to head back to first.
Now batting catcher number 16, Arthur Derensburg.
J.P. Weber making the catch in the outfield for number 1 in this top of the third. First pitch from Latier, just outside for ball 1. Umpire ordering the Rangers player in the hole to head back to the dugout. And due up. Getting his practice swings in as Turner on first shuffles. It's going to be smacked high. Royals players, Theo Fisher calling out for it. He makes the catch.
Now batting third baseman number 27, Braylon Hubbard.
Braylon Hubbard for the Rangers now. Rocky Turner still at first, this time with 2 away. Hubbard gonna have to head back to first, but the ball gets past Aiden Johnson, so Turner turns on the Jets and gets to second. Johnson having a little chat with Latier after the throw went past the first baseman. So Turner on second, 2 away. Here's the first pitch of the AB. It's outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Latier. Foul tipped and behind the catcher. Back in action here after umpire gets the ball. 1-1 count with 2 away. Turner on second, thinking about the steal. Not gonna go, and it's grounded foul by the third baseline. 1-2 count with 2 away now. Logan Latier waiting Britton Motley to get set. Here is the pitch from Latier. Good smack from Hubbard, but it's caught in the left field for the final out of the inning by none other than Chris Padilla. That'll end the top of the third here, and we get set for the bottom of the third action here in Kansas City.
Leading off the ball on the third, number 12, Elijah Palmer.
Back here with Marcus Bond pitching. And it's going to be a shallow right field fly out. Hit coming from Eric Palmer.
Now ready to catcher number 3, Landon Leslie.
Or sorry, Elijah Palmer. First pitch smacked up and foul. Landon Leslie at the plate. Down in the count 0-1 with one away. Just joining the broadcast with me is D. Jackson. And the Rangers get their second out.
Well, how's it going? I've been doing a lot of running around, but you know, there's so many moving parts to all the puzzles here, the pieces to the puzzle all coming together. But doing a great job as always.
Yes,
and we're
sir.
always
Thank
glad to have you here and painting the picture, if you will.
I really do appreciate that. And with 2 away here, have you assessed when you're not running around the game with the Rangers with a narrow 1-0 advantage?
Well, yesterday was a great pitcher's duel, and I expected that to continue today. We had some light showers in the area, some lightning, which is almost really more important, to be honest with you. And that delayed the start of the game, went from 6 o'clock to about a 6:30 start, just before 7 o'clock. These guys got out here, so it can be very intense waiting around to get started. But these guys have handled it well. They've started off with some great pitching and defense, and it's kind of like a rewind of yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Grounder from Motley. Bond was able to retrieve it and get it over to first for a 1-2-3 inning for the Rangers defense. So, very quick showing here in this bottom of the third. We're going to take it to break. You're watching Baseball at the Urban Youth Academy, presented by Action Unlimited. Back here in Kansas City for the City Connect Series. Battle between the Rangers and the Royals started yesterday with the Rangers 5-3 win over the Royals here on Motley Family Field. And the beginning of this matchup in the game 2 of 3 started with the Rangers run off of an RBI triple. Arthur Darensburg was the man who scored, and he pops this one deep into left. But an amazing catch is made by Chris Padilla, the left fielder who was featured for the Royals in the RBI Regional League just a month ago.
Great job by Padilla to shuffle his feet. You saw him lose track of the ball, and did an excellent job of getting around the baseball and being able to switch gears and get underneath that ball for a great running catch out there in left field. He made it look easy, and it is not easy to do out there.
Oh, Theo Fisher just missing the line drive catch there. Nearly dropped into his glove.
Fisher usually very sure-handed over there at shortstop, a very tricky one. You know, that ball kind of tails away from the shortstop in those situations. So I'm sure he's thinking about it and saying, hey, I'll get the next one here.
So now it's going to bring up Paja Holt after Jonathan Minifree was able to make it to first off the mistake from Fisher. Logan Latier still on the mound for the Royals. 1-0 count here with one away. Man on first for the Rangers. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Or sorry. Yes, strike one. And so now count is even.
One thing I really like about this Rangers team, they are so aggressive on the base paths and a lot of speed. And we talk about how you just can't teach speed and you can't teach heart and mentality of wanting to be a champion. And these guys are really out there hustling. So I've been very impressed with how they move on the base paths.
Oh, yeah, and I talked to a few of those players earlier while we were facing the rain delay. And, I mean, they go to some pretty well-known high schools in that Texas area. LaCour Lloyd, he goes to Lake Ridge in Texas, and then Jeremiah Smith, he goes to Carter, and they all grew up in Mansfield. 3 of these guys, and I mean, they just moved away, so they could have been playing high school ball. But what a way to meet up after all those years of playing ball as kids and playing for the Texas Rangers Academy squad.
Yeah, Mansfield, a hot spot for baseball these days. The whole state of Texas, for that matter. You know, you see a lot of great talent come out of Texas over the years. Texas, Florida, California, all those warm places, Arizona. But Kansas City's right on the mix.
Just hits off the glove of Latier. So, man in scoring position now for the Rangers. Paja Holt able to get on first with the single.
And, you know, to the point of those warm weather places, yes, you can do all those different things, but, you know, Kansas City, especially with the addition here of this Urban Youth Academy and the indoor facility, the opportunity is there to train, 10 months out of the year. So the scales are going to be shifting very soon if they haven't already, because we've seen a lot of talent come out of this Urban Youth Academy over the last couple of years as well.
Oh, for sure. And Kansas City is a hot spot for academy guys and young guys building up their careers. You've seen it with Bobby Witt, seen it with Jack Caglione, and now they're starting to build it with high school players. It's going to be grounded into the glove of Fisher. And not in time on the throw. It was a good extension and rotation for the throw, though, as it was accurate, just not in time.
Yeah, just got to give him a base hit in that one. I mean, you just hit it in those empty spots where nobody can really make a clean play, and that was going to be a base hit anyway, but still Fisher did an excellent job of getting to that one and making the play a lot closer than it could have been.
And that guy, Jeremiah Smith, the man to watch, the man who is at Carter High School in Texas, as it's going to be high grounder, and the man is thrown for the out. Jacob Coleman out at first, but a run will score.
Excellent play there by the second baseman to get that ball. Wasn't hit very hard, just charged and, well, just jumped right over the mound, but he made an excellent play on the run to get the out. So great defense by the Royals.
And that excellent defense, or very smart defense, is going to only put us at a 2-run advantage for the Rangers. Man on second and third. So 2 in scoring position with 2 away. Royals situation similar to the first inning. It was a bases loaded situation, and they managed to escape it with the 3rd out. Now they find themselves down double the advantage. Jaden LaCour-Lloyd at the plate. So after the 3 balls, it's strike 1 coming in on LaCour-Lloyd. Logan Letier looking to turn it around. Fouled off.
Rangers been threatening this inning. Had one solid hit out to left field, but you know, everything else just kind of been around in the infield. Just little dribblers here and there and catching some breaks in here. And a lot of times in the close ball games, it's those little breaks that make the big difference in the end. You hate to see that with Letier with a full count there with 2 outs especially. Just couldn't pull that one down and slips out of his hand and plugs the batter. But, you know, nonetheless, bases loaded. He's going to have to really dig down here and pull himself out of a hole. But with the bases loaded, got to force it itty base, and these guys are ready to put the ball in play.
Got a righty v lefty situation here as the ball gets past the catcher. Oh, throw over to third. It hits the helmet of Paja Holt. Holt is okay, as it was a low throw and it looked like it was surely to be offline, but unlucky to hit the helmet. Trainer's going to have to come out and.
Yeah, Leslie coming up firing from behind the plate and put that ball right where a great tag would have been, but base runner going down and diving back simultaneously gets hit in the back of the head. They're going to make sure he's okay. You know, the protocols nowadays, safety is so important, no different here at the Urban Youth Academy. We talked about how great this staff is. You have trainers on hand for little situations like this, whether it be major or minor. You don't want to take that lightly, so that's something that that's going to be really important. Looks like we're going to have some changes here. That's a trip to the mound. They're going to charge the Royals with the trip to the mound as Preston Ellsworth goes out there and chats a little bit during the timeout.
Ellsworth with some experience in baseball. Bases loaded situation for his pitcher here. He'll fall behind 2-0 in the count, but surely he's got his confidence in his pitcher to make the play on the force at home or any base, that is. Grounded and fouled down the first baseline.
And that foul ball is probably the best thing that could have happened to the Royals right now, because had that ball stayed inside, 2 runs were coming home for sure. 2 outs here. Runners are on the move, and the batter, this is exactly what you need to do. You need to hit behind those runners and pull that ball down the line. Did a great job of that, just not quite fair, so he'll reset and do it again.
So the 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. Now it's all tied up at 2 balls and 2 strikes for Rocky Turner.
Talked about Turner's matching style of the shoes and the bat yesterday, but this guy can flat out fly. Lay down a great bunt earlier in the game and beat it out. And you need guys like that to be a spark plug and a catalyst for your offense, and he seems to be the table setter for this group.
Just reminding me of Gerard Dyson.
Oh, number 1 for the Royals from Macomb, Mississippi.
Rocky Turner, a beautiful hit. It's a shallow gap in left center. 3 runs, looking to score. No, he's tagged for the out. Rocky Turner slides into second, not realizing that his man was tagged out at home. But 2 runs score for the Rangers. LaCour-Lloyd tagged for the out. So the 3 friends, Jeremiah Smith, Jaden LaCour-Lloyd, and Rocky Turner, had a great situation there. Smith was able to score. LaCour-Lloyd rounded third, but the throw from the throw from the center fielder was just too great. And they were able to make that final out. We'll take a short break here. You're watching baseball here at the Urban Youth Academy, presented by Action Unlimited.
Academy, J.T. Weber.
Back here in Kansas City, Marcus Bond still on the mound for the Rangers. Foul off on the first pitch by J.P. Weber. Grounded over to first and bounces foul. So Weber down 0-2 in the count now. Swing and a miss, 3-pitch strikeout from Marcus Bond there. We'll retire J.P. Weber.
Now to bat first baseman number 16.
Brings up
Aiden
first baseman
Johnson.
Aiden Johnson for the Royals now. Red wrist tape, Royal red gloves, clashing with the blue of the Royals, representing my favorite team, the Cardinals, and he takes strike one there with one away.
Did you say your favorite team was the Cardinals? Yeah, wow. You know, interesting. How do you grow up in Kansas City and be a Cardinals fan? This is a great story, I'm sure.
I was a big fan of Ned Yost, and I really thought that after coaching he should have just, I don't know. I didn't think him being in the organization was my favorite idea, but I know he's probably done some great things with this Royals organization, getting a better job.
He won a World Series. I mean,
he did win a World Series.
That's about as good as it gets.
I mean, I think it's better for a coach to be in that situation, but I just saw Albert Pujols and saw Wainwright, just fell in love with those guys. And I don't know. I do love Lorenzo Cain, love Gerard Dyson. And in that 2015 team, I went to the parade. I was on my dad's shoulders, so I do remember that memory. But I don't know, something about the red. Just as a Missouri guy, I like the red team. You know?
The red team. Okay, all right, okay. I see where you're going with that. Right, I got you.
But when it does come to soccer, I'm a Sporting KC guy.
Okay.
In Missouri, so went to that Sporting St. Louis game on Wednesday night. Sporting was able to share the points as they are last in the MLS overall and in the West. So struggling season, but they can hopefully do something better, as it's a great hit in a fortunate situation for Aiden Johnson. He's going to turn 2. He might go 3. He does. The throw to Paja Holt, the cutoff man, and it's going to be a 3-base. I believe it. I'm not sure if it's a single and then the error that allowed him to advance to third.
Well, a great piece of hitting there. We talk about getting the barrel through the zone. He did a great job of barreling that up, line drive to left center field. But more importantly, I don't know if you noticed this, but as you turn that first base, the most important thing you could do, kids, is pick up that third base coach. He is your signal caller. He is your traffic cop. And Coach Dash Johnson over there doing a great job of directing traffic to get him to third base. So that is one of those little things that you don't always see. You get hard out of the box or run hard out of the box and turn that corner at first base, you have to pick up that third base coach.
And if that third base coach has a name like Dash, I'm sure he's going to give you some great insight on base running.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, Dashel is I think his given name, Dashel Johnson.
Dashel Johnson.
That's very distinguished, by the way. It's almost like on a Denzel Washington kind of thing. I'm Dashel Johnson. I mean, I would love to walk into a place and just say that, you know.
Yeah.
I could do that, but I'd be lying, right?
Right. Logan Latier hit by the pitch, and it brings up Theo Fisher for the Royals now. He's going to ground the first pitch. The throw from Hubbard over to second in time, and then the throw to first in time for the double play to turn over this inning just when Aiden Johnson thought he'd have a run for his Royals.
Yeah, great turn up the middle, and that's the second double play that we've seen turned in this series. And, you know, people think that double plays just come so naturally. It takes a lot of work, and one of the things that you have to know is who's throwing, who's receiving. And those guys go out there, they work on that. Hey, hit me right here. Show me a target. Show me where you want that ball on a turn, because at second base, that pivot, for lack of a better term, is pivotal. I mean, you have to know exactly where you're receiving that ball. You have to know where the runner's coming in, and you have to make the perfect catch and exchange and throw. And these guys have done that. They practice it over and over again, and a great job by this Rangers defense to turn that double play.
And we really just haven't seen anything like what we're seeing with this Rangers team. I mean, they gave up those 3 runs yesterday, but other than those 3 runs, they just had an excellent defensive performance and were all over the Royals.
Yeah, this team, this game and this series so far, although they come out and swing the bats, it's been really about pitching and defense so far, and it's been very evenly matched. That's the one thing I've loved about this series so far. Both of these teams have looked pretty evenly matched on paper, but they both play great defense. They both have excellent pitching. They're aggressive on the base paths, and they swing the bats. And all of that is very important to have a successful night. And both of these teams are showing you exactly what this is all made of. City Connect Week, they're out here. It's a brotherhood. It's a great opportunity for these kids from Texas to come to Kansas City, get some culture. Yesterday they got some Kansas City barbecue. I didn't get a chance to ask them how they enjoyed the barbecue, but I'm sure it's pretty good. Although, when people come from Texas, everybody from Texas thinks that Texas barbecue is king.
Yes.
So it'd be interesting to see what they thought about our barbecue yesterday.
I mean, I think once you get to that sauce of the barbecue, because I believe Texas barbecue is more dry.
Yeah, it's like a dry mesquite wood type barbecue, you know. In my opinion, it's a lot tougher. I don't know if it's because it's just more beef-based, but it's definitely an acquired taste. Leave your comments. Tell us in the comments, what's your take on Texas barbecue versus Kansas City barbecue, or even Carolina or Memphis barbecue? You know, I like Memphis barbecue.
I like Memphis barbecue.
I think Memphis barbecue is a good contender. I had barbecue today for lunch, and part of the conversation we were talking about Memphis barbecue and barbecue spaghetti. You ever had barbecue spaghetti?
I don't believe I have.
Very underrated, man. Good stuff. Barbecue spaghetti. Gotta love it.
And on that topic of food, when we were at the RBI Regionals tournament, I was talking to your son Jordan on his birthday about his, if he doesn't really eat vegetables. And I said, "You don't eat vegetables? You don't eat cabbage?" And he was like, "Cabbage?" And I mean, I didn't know if he was disgusted by it or if he just didn't like it or whatnot, but he ended up posting it on his Instagram story. And
yeah, he has a very interesting palate, to say the least.
Oh, yes. But, I mean, I love his work as a videographer and all, so.
Yeah, he does a little bit of videography. He's an accomplished musician as
yes.
well. You know, Curtis the Milkman.
Curtis
you know,
the Milkman.
If you're interested in some new songs or something and you want to take a listen, it's Curtis the Milkman. I don't know why, but you know, I say that as a parent.
Yeah.
You know, but that is his alter ego.
I mean, I've heard some of the songs and I was interested. I mean, just
it's Milkmania. It's Milkmania running wild, man.
Milkmania. I like that.
Milkmania.
No spaces. Curtis the Milkman.
Yes. So it looks like we've got some discussions on the field about some personnel.
Titus Fisher comes on to pitch for
Now it's
the
back
Royals.
number 1, Marlon Harris.
Marlon Harris hitting for the Rangers.
Get high.
In the dirt, ball 1. Fisher, a lefty pitcher. inside, ball 2 now on Marlon Harris.
Let's go, let's go.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1 in the count now. Harris still ahead
Go, kid, you got it.
as the leadoff man in this top of the 5th.
Get high,
Another
get
inside.
high.
This time it's high and inside. Ball 3.
Let's go, let's go.
Here's the 3-1. Outside from Fisher, it's ball 4. It's on his first batter. Harris is going to take his base.
Let's go, let's go.
It's going to bring up
Now
Aaron,
batting number 16, Arthur
Darinsburg.
Here we go, AD.
Darinsburg, he's playing well so far in this ball game, and Marlon Harris, he's pitching well. Not pitching well. He's had some great plate discipline and great base running in this ball game. Darinsburg gonna call time. Fisher having a couple seconds to process, possibly adjust, as he started his outing out with a walk. 5 pitches there. Back here with the 1-0 count on Arthur Darinsburg. Marlon Harris on first.
Get high, get high.
Looked for the bunt, but pulled out of it, and it's a 2-0 count now. Braylon Hubbard due up. On deck for the Rangers.
Get high.
Pitch from Fisher, low for ball 3 now. The 3-0 pitch.
Get high.
In the dirt again for ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Man in scoring position now for the Rangers on second. Marlon Harris. Arthur Darinsburg now will go to first. He brings up
Looks like we'll get a courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 29,
Diego Reyes. Gonna run for Arthur Darinsburg. We'll bring up Braylon Hubbard now.
And now batting number 27,
On
Braylon
deck,
Hubbard.
Dom Harper for the Rangers. Runner will go. It's Marlon Harris. He slides in safe at third. And on each corner for the Rangers. Smacked, and it gets past Theo Fisher. Harris gonna jog it in and score. Sliding was Eric Billington to retrieve the ball in the outfield. Makes the throw back to Britton Motley, who has to come inside for it. And so a man on third and second for the Rangers, both in scoring position now, as it brings Dom Harper to the plate. No outs here in the top of the 5th. A run on the scoreboard for the Rangers here. And a chance to add 2, maybe even 3 more. If Don Harper manages to go yard for the second time in 2 days, which I would argue has never happened here at the Urban Youth Academy, but maybe it has.
Again, those dimensions are major league dimensions. 330 down the lines, 400 to center field, power alleys, major league style. And I tell you, it takes a blast to hit one out of here because this is one of those ballparks where it has all the feel of a major league ballpark. And what he did yesterday was phenomenal. And if you didn't get a chance to see it, feel free to hit the rewind button, take a look at the collection of video that we have that is categorized and archived.
Harper's going to pop this up into right field. Under it is J.P. Weber. The throw to Aiden Johnson. He has to jump for it. The run will score Diego Reyes.
And I got to say, Will, you know, that's one of the premises of Action Unlimited. What we take pride in is being able to archive the memories of these games. And there are games on there that you can watch 5, 10, 15 years from now. You know, your kids may say, oh, Dad, you know, you got a beer gut now and, you know, you didn't play any ball. And you can say, hey, let me show you this Action Unlimited video from when I played ball in Kansas City and just play it over and over again. Or send it to grandma, send it to the family, the friends around the country. Feel free to share the link, hit that like and subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything, but it really does help our channel out, and it allows us to travel the country and capture these memories for years to come. So it's something that we really enjoy doing, but it takes a group. As they say, it takes a village, it takes a team. So even if you are a casual baseball fan, just hit the like and subscribe button again. It really does help us out. We appreciate that.
Jonathan Menifee at the plate, looking to support his team as the fans support you and I, D. Jackson. Especially you on Action Unlimited, traveling the country, sharing memories for all kids and families. Pass ball. Landon Leslie could not track it down. So the run will score.
Now to clear the bases here as Texas goes up 7-0. It just seemed like out of nowhere. They scored 3 in the previous inning, 3 in this inning, and that momentum just keeps on rolling, and the Royals have to find a way to stop the bleeding.
He grounded. Oh, Theo Fisher lost it. Hops out of his glove. Cameron Washington able to retrieve it, but Menifee able to make it on first.
Yeah, another tricky one for the guy that's up the middle. And, you know, we talk about moving your feet and shuffling your feet, getting around the ball. Just that one coming off the bat just a little harder than anticipated. Just wasn't quite able to make that move.
Good eye, here we go.
First pitch on Paja Holt. It's in for ball 1, outside and high.
Good eye. Go home, go home.
Would really like to see Fisher's move here off the mound. Hadn't really seen how he's going to throw over, but now would be a great time.
Stayed on the outside edge on the 2-0 pitch and forced him to swing and miss at it. I mean, took a good turn there. Maybe he can even the count up at 2-2. And he does. Made Paja Holt hesitate there. And once again landing on the outside edge of that zone and just maybe could get the strikeout here. Bounce back all 3. It's going to be popped in the center. Under it to make the catch is the center fielder Eric Billington. And so 2 away now. Brings up Jeremiah Smith. Shares a name with the Ohio State receiver.
Jeremiah Smith.
But after having a chat with him, we share a similarity, and that's not liking Ohio State.
The Ohio State University Buckeyes, I think they are picked number 1 in the preseason AP poll for good reason.
For very good reason. And My Tennessee Volunteers are holding that 20 spot. So Ohio State getting likely what they deserve, but not what people want, and that's that preseason #1 seed, as usually that means the pickoff there, not successful.
It's a great snap throw by Leslie, and these guys working that to perfection as well. Close play at first base there.
They were in there training indoors as the game got delayed. Ooh, Jeremiah Smith gonna get hit in either the hamstring or the bottom there. So he's gonna make his way to first.
Yeah, he's not happy about it either. But I guess who would be? Unless you get hit, you win a ball game. I guess that's the only time you would be happy about getting hit. But nonetheless, Fisher with some control problems, and Johnson will go out and have a little conversation at the mound.
Fisher's day going to be done after giving up 3 runs, and now coming in to pitch for him is Noah Cluck. We're going to take a short break here. You're watching baseball here at the Urban Youth Academy, presented by Action Unlimited. Back here, and Noah Cluck warming up for the Royals. He replaces Titus Fisher on the mound.
Fisher just couldn't find his groove, just losing control there at the end. Didn't have the command that he usually has, but we all have those days. It's just one of those times here, and you deal with it. You go in, and sometimes it's all about how you bounce back from adversity. And if he has a chance to pitch tomorrow, I'm sure he's going to learn from today and try to push forward for tomorrow. Great athletic family, as you mentioned this week, and there's only up and potential with these guys.
Yes, his older brother Troy recently committed to Arkansas. So the second time there's been an Arkansas commit out of baseball for Liberty North. So another Power 4 achievement.
Had a chance to visit with Troy last year at historic Rickwood Field in Birmingham. He was a part of one of those big MLB productions that comes to town, and he's a very well-spoken young man. He's going to do very well in the SEC and in Fayetteville and at Arkansas. Wish him all the best.
Yes, sir. So Noah Cluck, 1-0 count here, as he forces the swing and a miss, evens it up at 1-1. Man on second, Jeremiah Smith. Jacob Coleman at the plate. It's outside and low for ball number 2.
Great job of blocking that one by Leslie. You let that one get by you, and those runners are going to advance. So good job of stopping that one.
Quick release and run from Jonathan Menifee. And now Jeremiah Smith will advance to second. Menifee showing off his speed, able to steal third.
And he had a little bit of a hesitation move there, and so I thought it was going to be a closer play at third base with a throw down there, but nonetheless, no throw, but he had some type of little stutter step to get going, so it would have been interesting to see a throw down there, but he beats it.
Now batting second baseman number 35.
For the third time in this ball game, we see a 2-out bases loaded situation Second time it's happened for the Rangers, and only one time to the Royals. Attack. It's going to bring up Jaden LeCure-Lloyd. Take ball 1, 2 away. Bases loaded situation. LeCure-Lloyd, a beautiful hit into the left center gap. 1 scores, it's Menifee. 2 scores, it's Smith. Rounding third. Coleman scores in the throw over to third. Not in time, he's safe. So an RBI, 3-run RBI triple for Jaden LeCure-Lloyd.
Yeah, clearing the bases there, staying on top of that fastball, driving it into the gap, clearing the bases. So you talk about clutch hitting. You coming through with men on. It's been a 5-run inning so far for this Texas ball club, and they take the lead 9-0 here in Kansas City.
Rocky Turner looking to bring his guy home, his childhood teammate. Now playing once again with him for the Rangers. He's already got himself on base and a run. Can he add to it? Head off the fence. Foul. And bounce back into play. J.P. Weber will get the ball to the ump at first base. Rocky Turner, he has shown his speed already in this game. Can we see him show some power? Place a ball to bring his man Jaden LeCure-Lloyd home. 1-1 outside for ball 2. In the dirt, ball 3 now. 3-1 the count with 2 away. And if you're the pitcher, D, what's going through your mind on a 3-1 with 2 away? Man on third.
I don't want to throw a ball right over the middle.
And he doesn't. Throws.
You paint the corners.
Yeah.
You don't get too far off, but you got to stay within yourself.
Tried to go for the outside pitch again. It's popped up and in foul territory. The catch is made by Britton Motley as it nearly landed fair. So he's able to track it down for the final out. Stop it at 10 here. Here in the middle of the 6th, or the 5th, we see 6-run score for the Rangers. Take a short. Back here in Kansas City, and you see the City Connect video there. The players all showing off their City Connect uniforms. The Royals in their navy blue, and the Rangers in their baby blue. That's not a baby hit there from Eric Billington, and it hits off the wall. He gets a leadoff triple to start the bottom of the 5th.
And that's exactly what they need to get this thing going. A stand-up triple, get some catalyzation going, try to avoid being spread here at home. 10-0, you're down 10 runs. You got to show some heart, and that's exactly what happened there. Very impressive.
So now Cam Washington at the plate. Sherrod Brooks came in to play first base for Rangers here. He came in for Jacob Coleman. So Marcus Bond still on the mound here in the 5th. Swing and a miss from Cam Washington, 2-1 count. One count. The 1-1 pitch inside, called strike. Washington falls behind, 1-2. Good trap from the catcher, not to allow the run to come home. Good play from Arthur Dariensburg. 2-2 count, it's all even. Man on third for the Royals. Inside, Washington had to spin out of the way, so it wouldn't hit his back. Full count now. Bond surely going to look for an outside or inside breaking ball, trying to paint the corner. No, he goes down the middle. It's a walk. Dariensburg. Some blood on his hand, I believe. No. He was shaken up after the bat of Washington may have hit him in the hand. He's going to have a chat with Marcus Bond, though. Left him laughing as he walks back to his catcher spot.
Now batting left field number 14, Chris Padilla.
Chris Padilla at the plate now for the Royals. Left fielder batting lefty. Looked outside, called strike. 0-1 the count. Nobody gone for the Royals. Bond looking to make Padilla his first of the inning, but unable to as he throws a low ball, even 1 ball and 1 strike in the count. Man on the corners for the Royals. Ooh, it almost hits Padilla. Washington advances to second, so 2 in scoring position for the Royals now. That time it hits Padilla in the leg, and he's going to take his base. Bases are loaded for the Royals now. Elijah Palmer going to be the next man up for the Royals. On deck is Christian Ewing.
Well, I had to take a quick run over there, Will. Sometimes I feel like Willy Wonka, and other times I feel like an Oompa Loompa. But the chocolate factory must keep spinning, and the chocolate must be made. And so a lot of times, you know, you see some of the behind-the-scenes stuff may have creeped into your screen, some of those little Easter eggs that we dropped there in behind and in front for you. So just never mind the man behind the screen, as they say. But hopefully we've got some of these little minor technical things ironed out, and the Royals are hoping that they've got everything ironed out offensively, because this could be a big breakout inning for Kansas City.
Yeah, they can definitely dig into a comeback here. There's still 2 innings to play after the end of this one, and no outs here. It's a grounder on the first pitch from Elijah Palmer. One will score. That one going to be Eric Billington scoring from third. Cam Washington now at third. Padilla at second, and Elijah Palmer standing on first. It's going to bring up Christian Ewing now, wearing the same number he did yesterday, that number 11.
And that's the thing with some of these City Connect uniforms versus those powder blues that we saw yesterday. Some of the guys will have different numbers this weekend than you're normally used to seeing them in, but it's all for a great cause. Wearing the new uniforms, looking pretty spiffy, I might add. Tomorrow they'll be wearing the white uniforms, and as you saw in that video earlier, they got boxes, gift boxes. It's almost like Christmas. A couple of new uniforms and new gear and all that type of stuff. You know, I think I was 17 years old before I got a second jersey. So I played baseball my entire life. We had one shirt the whole time.
Ball grounded. Oh, the force at home for Cam Washington.
So it wasn't until 17 when I played travel baseball that we got 2 jerseys, and I thought I was in the big leagues. When they pulled out those 2 and they were button downs too. Oh man, because all our shirts were just summer T-shirts.
Right.
We had summer T-shirts. They would just pop our numbers on the back, iron them on or whatever. But man, I had a tackle twill stitched, 2 jerseys to change in. I was in heaven, but it did not happen until I was 17 years old.
Man, by that time you getting ready for either the big leagues or college ball.
Man, and then when I got to college and I got 3 uniforms, oh, it was over. It was it. I was like, man, this is the big time right here. But these kids nowadays, I mean, you go to some places, there's 6, 7, 8 uniforms that they have.
Ooh, good pop there from Britton Motley. He's going to score Padilla. Rounding third, Elijah Palmer. Will score. Christian Ewing second. Motley with the 2-run RBI single. Make this game a 10-3 score.
And that's what the Royals need right now. And like I said, keep things moving. That's what it's all about. Try to keep the line moving.
JP Weber.
JP Weber at the plate now. Takes a high and outside ball. Sports, professional sports are starting to kick back up. Got the NFL starting soon. The Premier League starting today, if you love the true football. NBA starting in a couple of months. College football starting this next weekend, not this coming weekend, as in tomorrow, but next weekend.
That time of year. You know, you look at the calendar and you start seeing, man, everything is kind of loaded right now.
Oh, yeah.
A little something for everybody.
Exactly. It's also Amazon Prime show season.
Oh,
So,
wow.
got Jack Reacher with Alan Ritchson out. The side show off of that, Neegly, his best friend, and she's got a show now. And a big time for movies, especially Marvel. Strike out here. If Bond can escape this inning after having a base out bases loaded situation with no
Now
outs,
batting number 16,
he could
Aiden
have a
Johnson.
marvelous escape.
That's what he's looking for, trying to get out of a jam. It looks like somebody's going to get him out of the jam for him.
Yeah, so a substitution coming in here. Diego Reyes going to come in for Marcus Bond. His day is now over, pitching-wise. And after a good performance, he gets an ovation from family and parents. Fans just under us for the Rangers.
And before we go, though, if we take a break, let's take a moment to recognize the fans, the parents from both sides who come out here and support support their student athletes, and especially those guys from Texas who made the trip. It is not a thing that is cheap to do. When you're getting into travel baseball, and fortunately here at the Urban Youth Academy, one of the things that I love the most, there are no gate fees. So when you come in here, you're coming to support your student athletes. You're coming to have a good time, make memories with your family, get a hot dog like you did earlier today, and just enjoy the time out here, because these are some special memories. When you have a family of 4 or 5, it gets really expensive for baseball. And let's face it, this is not the big leagues. You're not coming out to Kauffman Stadium, although this is a premier facility. Great place to play and watch a ball game. But the fact is, these are still amateurs, and let's still just enjoy them while we can. So, kudos to the parents, the supporters who've come from Texas, whether they drove or flew out here to see their youngsters. Kudos to the Kansas City parents who continue to support the Urban Youth Academy and the mission here and what it means in building baseball fundamentals to make better citizens and not just ball players. That's what it's all about.
Oh, yeah. So with that, we'll take a break. We hope that you all enjoy what you're watching here. We'll be back with more action here on Action Unlimited. Back here with Diego Reyes on the mound. And at the plate
Now to
for
bat
the
number
Royals,
16,
first
Aiden
baseman
Johnson.
Aiden Johnson. He's got Christian Ewing on second, Britton Motley on first. 2 away here for the Royals. First pitch inside for strike 1.
It's so pivotal for a pitcher, especially coming into the game, to get ahead in the count, get that first pitch over for a strike.
Tried to stay inside there. This time it's ball 1. So he did set the tone with that first pitch. Tried to stay inside. Didn't fool Johnson the second time around. So he said, "You fooled me, you can't get fooled again." Pick off attempt there. Motley able to slide or dive head first. Safe. Back to first. So now time is called. Darrensburg gonna visit Reyes over on the mound.
Those guys chatting it up. There's a great story of how pitchers especially talk with their glove over their mouths. Great story of Greg Maddux is credited for starting that back in the 1990s. Can't remember what team they were playing against, but I think it was the Giants maybe, but it was Will Clark who actually saw what he was saying and made him pay for it. Knew exactly what he was going to throw.
So now runners will advance. Ewing getting over to third.
There they are.
He's safe,
Right
and then
there.
Britton Motley to second. So both men in scoring position now. 2-2 count with 2 away. 3 runs have scored for the Royals here in the bottom of the 5th. That's going to retire the side. The 3rd strike for the out, and the 3rd out to retire the inning. Get a replay here.
Just overall great pitching performance there, and that ball started high, fell off the table, and he did a great job of having it chase. You don't necessarily have to throw the ball right over the middle. Great job of placement and command. If you can command your pitches, you will be a much more valuable pitcher.
Back here in Kansas City, Marlon Harris back at the plate. Noah Cluck on the mound for the Royals. Outside on the first pitch. 1-0 count here. Quick delivery. Outside again, but this time it's called for strike 1. In the dirt on the next delivery. 2-1 now. Low, ball 2. Sorry, ball 3. Smacked into right. Weber makes the grab. No danger to the Royals there. As, simple and early reaction from J.P. Weather. Got the head start. Was able to make the catch in the outfield. Derensburg gonna pop it up. Caught for the out. 2 away now. Quickly for the Rangers. Derensburg definitely frustrated.
Now it's back number 27.
Popping that up
Braylon
on the
Hubbard.
first pitch. Brings up Braylon Hubbard. Outside, ball 1. Says he swung through. Even though he tried to check, he leaned over it just enough. 1-1 count, and the next delivery. Low for ball 2. 2 away, bases empty, and the Royals looking to go 3 up, 3 down to start the 6th inning. Popped, but foul. Great contact, just not the direction Hubbard wanted it to go. 2-2 count.
Yeah, that's an example of throwing the barrel versus throwing the knob of the bat. And that's exactly what happens when you throw the barrel of the bat before you throw the knob. You're either going to get way out in front and you're going to hook everything foul, or you're going to be so out in front that you're going to skew the ball towards second base, and that's exactly what happened. He hit the ball off the end of the bat because he's so far ahead of it that that's all that's left. To get into the zone is the end of the bat. So you're going to either skew it or you're going to hit around it and pull it way foul. So you got to get in there and stay in. One of the better hitters of all time, greater hitters of all time, Tony Gwynn, would always say, throw that knob of the bat. When you throw the knob of the bat, the barrel is going to follow right through that. You get your hands inside the baseball.
Delightful insight with D. Jackson there. As we'll take it to break, Diego Reyes still on the mound for the Rangers when we return. Back in Kansas City, Diego Reyes on the mound, Logan Latier at the plate for the Royals. Latier started this game as the pitcher. He's going to pop the first pitch up, foul, behind home plate. Late reaction there from Latier. Swing and a miss.
One of the better things that you can do as a pitcher, we talked about command and locating your spots, but you got to know when to ease up. You got to know when to throw with power. You got to know when to pull the string.
And Reyes commanded that AB beautifully. Got him with the breaking ball on the second strike, and then
Now batting shortstop number 18,
went for
Theo Fisher.
just
The off speed.
off speed.
Yeah, when you let up, and I tell you, a guy that was really good at doing that was Pedro Martinez. Pedro Martinez knew exactly when to try to overpower you and knew exactly when to let off the gas, and that's what makes him a Hall of Fame pitcher. Because pitching is so cerebral, you know. When you get a guy out there who has a great arm, especially a young guy who comes out and is a flamethrower, that flamethrowing is not going to always last. So you got to find different ways to deceive these hitters. The big league hitters, the guys that are the best hitters, there's an old saying, hitters hit. Doesn't matter who you are, hitters hit. It's true. And hitters will sit there, and if a good hitter is right there in that dugout and his eyes are glued to that pitcher, and he's noticing every little detail that this guy is doing. So pitchers become very habitual. And so after a certain time frame, you can predict what a pitcher does. So the good pitchers are able to know when to let off the gas and when to come straight after you, and that's the sign of a guy that's got a great future ahead of him.
Oh, yeah. Reyes certainly controlling the mound since he's come on. And was able to get the final out in that fifth inning to stop the Royals from scoring more than those 3 runs they did in the bottom of the fifth frame. And now he's applying the heat once again. It brings us to a full count after ball 3. Reyes eyeing down Fisher. Theo Fisher punches in ball 4.
Now it's bat number 13, Eric Billington.
Eric Billington at the plate now. Only the one out. Billington, eyes up. Ball one. One away for the Royals in this bottom of the sixth. Gonna ground it. Turning for the double play, not in time at first. So they'll get the second out of the inning with Theo Fisher heading back to the dugout. Brings up Cam Washington once again.
Now batting second baseman number 7, Cameron Washington.
Standing on first is Eric Billington. First pitch inside, called strike. Reyes once again showing his command. Might come up with a save here. It's going to be a slicing smack, and it's just foul. It was always heading that way. Just couldn't get down in the way of Cam Washington's favor to land fair. So Billington gonna have to jog back to first after he was nearly at third.
Yeah, he was on his horse there. You got to be turned up, if you will. You know, just we already know he has great speed as a center fielder. So, you know, you get him on first base and give him some room to run, and there is plenty of room here. If a ball gets past one of those outfielders, you can run for days. So,
Foul tipped into the glove, or not into the glove, but behind home plate from Cam Washington's foul tip. Hit the net that's just in front of us here in the press box.
thank God for the net.
Most definitely. As Billington will run, it pulls the man off the bag, McCure Lloyd. So a stolen base for Billington with 2 away. 1-2 count here on Cam Washington. Got him to swing late and struck him out. Swing and a miss there, as we'll show that replay. I mean,
Yeah, same thing as the last strikeout. Just knowing when to pull up and that breaking pitch working to perfection. He's kind of high in the zone, but when you change your speeds like that, these hitters have to be on their toes, and it keeps them off balance. And that's one of the things that you have to do as an elite pitcher, especially. You have to keep the hitters off balance. These guys know what's coming. You're dead meat. You got to understand that, you know, whatever it is you do, high in the zone, low in the zone. You can throw a fastball in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different spots and get it for a strike. Now, if you can change the speed of it, you know, that's another 8 times 2. That's 16 different pitches right there. We could just go on and on. Then you master the breaking pitch and hit those different quadrants of the strike zone. Then that's when you become an elite pitcher, and understanding that. And the Rangers are doing a great job of that, changing speeds, keeping these Kansas City batters off balance, and that's what's making the difference so far in the ballgame.
indeed, Noah Cluck on the mound for the Royals. He didn't allow a run in that top of the 6th inning. So a good start for him, relieving Titus Fisher in
Now
that
batting number 33,
top of the
Dominic
5th,
Irvin.
where the Royals allowed the 6 runs.
Here we go, John.
Good pitch to start the inning from Noah Cluck
Here we go.
on the breaking ball. This time he goes for speed, but seen in for ball 1. Dom Harper leading off the inning for the Rangers. Looked to swing, then backed out. It's called strike, so he falls 1-2 in the count. One-two pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. And we're going to get an amazing pitch in and swing and a miss from Dom Harper.
Now batting number 2.
Yeah, just a
Jonathan
great job of
Davis.
hitting his spot, hitting that outside pitch in the zone. Ball had a little bend in it, and just enough to swing through for the strikeout.
Now it brings up Jonathan Minifree. We'll see in strike 1. A 1 count with 1 away now. Base is empty for the Rangers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 now on Minifree. And it seems the Rangers have kind of gotten a little over aggressive. You see them swinging on the first pitch now, which they were aggressive, but usually on those first pitch swings, they knew that they were going to get contact to the ball, as it's another strikeout back-to-back for Cluck.
Yeah, another great job of finding that outside corner, and it seems like he's been living out there all day long. When you find your groove and you find that you can hit those spots, you go back to him, and he's doing a great job just painting the corner right off the side of the plate there.
Paja Holt now at the plate. Base is empty, and the ball gets past Landon Leslie.
Now batting number 3, Paja Holt.
So Paja Holt at the plate with the ball in the count, 2 away now. Gonna ground it. Third baseman Motley gets a throw over to Johnson for the third and final out of the top of the 7th. So we head to the last half of the last frame. 10-3 the score. And what can the Royals do, D, to at least put up a valiant effort and try and tie this series up at 1 apiece heading into the 10 a.m. game tomorrow morning?
Well, they're going to have to continue to swing the bats and show a lot of fight and a lot of emotion. And one thing I noticed there, if you go back and you watch this, Motley made the third out there over at third base, and he was the first player off the field and the first one in the dugout. That shows hustle. That shows tremendous character. That shows a love and an appreciation for the game. You're down 10-3, and you go and you make a big play and you hustle off the field. I tell you, that goes a long way. It goes a long way with the coaches. It goes a long way with the umpires. It goes a long way with the fans. And the people that watch the game notice those little things. I see people talk about scouts don't come and they don't tell me anything about my son, or a recruiter, a college recruiter comes out and he didn't really give me a lot of feedback. Well, they think that if their son didn't hit a 3-run home run, he's not getting looked at or he's not getting the attention. It is the little things, people, I'm telling you from experience, that scouts, coaches, and recruiters see. And when you make a play like that and you're down 10-3 and you hustle off the field and you go in there and you pump up your teammates, those are the little things that scouts look for. Now, I'll tell you this, most scouts are not going to be here this long at a game because why? They don't have to see it. They don't have to come and watch to see, are you going to hit a 3-run home run or are you going to strike out 5 people? They're going to come and watch you take BP, how do you swing? They're going to come and watch you warm up and how you throw. And number one, they're going to see your love for the game, how you move on and off the field, how you pop. That's the most important thing. So when you're out there pregame and you're just, loosey-goosey and warm, just, it's okay to be loose and have fun. Nobody wants a tense ball player. But this is what scouts are looking for. They're not necessarily looking for the things that most people expect that they're looking for. They're looking for the intangible things, the things that you can't coach, love for the game, compassion, intensity, and how you treat your teammates. If you do those things and hustle on and off the field, you can go a long way.
Going a long way with that family tree. Motley, Britton Motley, just showing his true leadership on this Royals team, and we hope that he continues to make an impact on the baseball diamond. Hopefully could play for his hometown Royals.
It would be nice. It's not bad to play on a field that has your name on it either. But, you know, to be honest with you, I'm sure that carries a lot of weight. Sometimes, you know, there's a lot of expectations, but it's all about how you handle that as well.
Chris Padilla at the plate. 2-0 count from Diego Reyes. Notches in the first strike of the countdown. Picked out his corner, a low outside corner, and headed to perfection. Here's the 2-1 from Reyes. Tried to pick out the corner again, and he does. Just knocking that same spot, maybe an inch further outside than the last pitch, but precision from Reyes, and he got him in 3 straight pitches.
Yeah, it's this point of the ball game, you usually see pitchers starting to kind of slow down and get fatigued, but on both sides, both the Kansas City and the Texas squads, these pitchers are actually stepping it up and dialing it up, you know, late here in the ball game. We're in the last inning, and both of these guys are really digging deep and coming up with some great pitches.
I think certainly it cooling down temperature-wise has helped them, as it was pretty humid yesterday, and I mean this entire week it's really just been humid weather in Kansas City, and had some rain on Wednesday, but I mean this has just really been a hot, humid summer.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the Texas team, they've adapted already because it's even hotter down there.
I was going to say, one thing that these guys are used to has to be the heat. It bakes down there in Texas.
Strike one here on Landon Leslie, the catcher for the Royals. Swing and a miss, left it out there. Reyes did. Outside on Landon Leslie. He thought he could pop it with the barrel, but
Also want to take a moment to shout out our unsung heroes of the night, our officiating crew, led by Chris Irvin, the crew chief out there at first base. These guys have done a phenomenal job so far. And, you know, anytime you're not really talking about the umpires or you're not talking about controversial calls in a game, it's been a successful night. So don't want to go without recognizing the hard work of those young men. And it's not easy being an official these days in amateur athletics, let's be honest. So kudos to these guys.
here's the 2-2 from Diego Reyes. Got him for the strikeout. That brings up man of the hour, Britton Motley.
And Reyes just continues to impress. It just seems like he's getting stronger and stronger by the minute, just finding ways to make it happen, and he is staying close to that strike zone.
So the Royals down to their final out. Britton Motley looking to save something for the Royals.
Yeah, he grew up with his dad, as I mentioned yesterday, who was drafted by the San Diego Padres and had a pretty modest and decent professional career. We were all glad to see him make it at the next level.
Runner will go. It's Elijah Palmer. He makes it safely to second.
But one of the most gratifying things for me, I was actually here the day when he found out that they were going to name this field after the Motley family. And he was kind of caught off guard and kind of surprised. We were sitting in the office back there, and they said, hey, we've decided to make that move. And Britton said, well, what do you mean? He says, we're going to name that field over there Motley Family Field. And you could feel the emotion there and what it meant to him, and I was glad to be a part of that.
Outside, ball 2, as Motley looking to make a magic memory here on his family's field. Popped up and foul. You can see the idea here, what Motley's trying to do.
Reyes wants another sign, and, you know, you have to question if the signs have changed with a runner down at second base now. A lot of times the catcher and the pitcher will go through a different series of signs, and, well, obviously Reyes wanted some other pitch.
There is that pitch. It's high for ball 3. Full count now on Motley with 2 away.
And with 2 strikes, Reyes has been very dominant with that off-speed pitch on the outside of the plate. He's been very successful with it. Will he throw it here 3-2? You go with your bread and butter. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go away on this one with the changeup.
Does try and go away, but it's just too low. So Motley going to take his base at first. Palmer at second. And J.P. Weber
Number 20, J.P. Weber.
at the plate. On deck for the Royals is Aiden Johnson. So the leadoff man for the Royals was able to get on base via the walk. Braden Motley, and it brings up the next man, J.P. Weber. On deck, Aiden Johnson in the hole, Logan Latier. Inside.
That one just missed there. But
Just narrowly.
the right call. That was inside, but that was a pitcher's pitch by far.
Pitch outside and high for ball 3. Latier, or Weber, might be expecting fastball here as he's down. He's up in the count 3-0. Reyes went for the speed there and hit that lower outside corner. Sorry, off speed there. Hit the lower outside corner. Ooh, swing and a miss. Now it's a full count on J.P. Weber.
And the last thing he wants to do is give up a walk.
Oh, yeah.
Or a base hit for that matter.
Ooh, swing and a miss, and that'll end the game.
Just a big swing there, and, you know, just overpowering the batters is what he's been doing in that particular instance. But for the most part, Reyes has been painting the corners, and that time he just reared back and just said, hey, the express is coming. So, number 1. And the Texas Rangers walk out of here with 2 wins.
2 wins, and look for the sweep tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And, I mean, just an imperious performance pitching for both teams, but especially late for the Rangers. Jacob Reyes able to get the save after he came in when the Rangers conceded 3 runs way back in that bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, the bats were hot tonight for the Rangers and scoring 10 runs in this one. You know, it was one of those games where it started out pretty slow, kind of even like last night's game, but then they really were able to turn the corner and swing those bats, and the floodgates opened up.
So with that, the Rangers win the series. Look for the sweep tomorrow, and we hope that you can tune in tomorrow for the morning action at 10 a.m. The Rangers take it 10-3 here against the Royals in the City Connect series at the Urban Youth Academy here on Motley Field. This has been Will Washington, D. Jackson on color, as well as the camera. Thank you once again for tuning in. We hope you like and subscribe, and stay tuned for action tomorrow morning. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night.